Hello everyone, it is Sunday evening, let me put my glasses on so I can actually see what I'm doing, the 8th of December. So, oh my goodness, we've had another weekend. We are 1 week closer to Christmas. I'm sorry to say that, and I hope I'm not shocking anyone. Hopefully everyone is aware that Christmas is just a few weeks away now. Sometimes I get very scared when I start seeing, all the Christmas decorations and all the things in the shops and stuff like that. Now I go in a bit of panic mode. But I think at this stage we need to be in panic mode, don't you think? Because if we haven't started getting ourselves together by now, I'm not sure when we're going to start. So Cookie is chatting away. Hello, Cookie. Hello. He always knows when I'm talking to him. Okay. Hello. I see we've got a good crowd of people. I haven't had time to go through all the comments yet. Oh, that's not good, Sheila. Goodness me. All your Christmas gifts disappeared? What's happened? I don't understand. Oh, hello everyone. We have Lorraine with us. Solvega, hi. Margaret, hello. We have Suzanne here and Barbara and Nairi. Hi, girls. Roz, hi. How are you? We have a good crowd. Katrina and Margaret Griffith. We have all the Margarets. As far as I know, they're all here. When I say all the Margarets, I mean there's 3 regulars that watch. Margaret Griffith, Margaret Janoski, and Margaret Gordon. And if there's any other Margarets out there, put your hand up and say, hi, I'm a Margaret too. Leslie, hello. How are you? I see we have lots and lots of comments. I haven't had time to go through them all. There's just too many. Cherie was here earlier. Now, Cherie, I thought you were saying you would have to watch the replay tonight. So I see you were here earlier, though. So I don't know if that means you're here now or you've had to chuff off. Either way, welcome. Okay. And Susan Hannaford is here. Hi, Susan. How are you? Our Christmas gathering with the neighbours. That sounds nice, Nairi. We don't. Hey, Megan, nice to see you. We don't have a lot to do with our neighbours here. We smile and wave at each other when we're out and about, and occasionally we have a conversation with the neighbour on this side, on the left-hand side. But, only if they're out in the garden at the same time as we happen to be in the driveway or something like that. We don't go to each other's houses and borrow sugar or anything like that. I have lived in situations where that was a possibility, and we had neighbours who were fabulous for that kind of thing. But this area, not so much. So just how it goes, isn't it? It just depends on who you're next to. Hey, Julianne, nice to see you. Hello. Hello, Lisa from Germany. Nice to have you with us. We have a good crowd here tonight. All right. So I'm going to get I'm going to actually take you through a kit that I've just received. Remember on Friday night I told you that my kits hadn't arrived yet? Well, I had one arrive yesterday. So I'm going to show you that one tonight, something brand new. And I thought it might be a really good thing to talk about because it would make a fantastic gift. So if you're looking for crafty gifts for friends this Christmas, this could be just your thing. So let's go through it together, and I thought I might make up a couple of the pages and we'll see how it goes. This is brand new and it was only released this week. So give me a second and I will switch over to the desk, and I'm going to put the light on so that it's a bit better because that's very dark, isn't it? That's a bit better. All right, so this is a new kit. It is the Perpetual Birthday Calendar Kit. Fantastic for gifts. Now, before I go too far, if you are thinking of placing an order at all for Christmas things or even just for yourself, not even Christmas things, try and do that in the next 3 days, because starting at midnight tonight, so that's Monday midnight, right through to the end of Wednesday midnight, so 3 full days, we have free shipping on all orders over $65. Had everyone heard that? Is that old news to everyone? Tell me if it's old news or new news. But if you're a Stampin' Up customer and you're looking to purchase anything at all, every order over $60 for the next 3 days is going to be free shipping. So don't put in the $60 order and then spend $6.95 on shipping. That would be really silly. Make sure you go over the $65 mark and then you get free shipping, okay? You've ordered it? Yes, I just got mine. So this is, let's go through what's in it together. This is the first time I'm actually opening it up. So it's still all shrink wrapped and everything inside. But I did get to have a look at this online. So I've got a pretty good idea of how it works, but we'll work it out together. Oh, good. You heard and passed that along. It's old news, says Sheila. Old news, says Donna and Leslie. Old news, but it is great news. I know, really, really good for demonstrators who need to get their quarters up to date. This is a great opportunity to do that. Also, you could think about Christmas shopping, okay? Because if you've got crafty friends who would appreciate a crafty gift, this could be just their thing. And the nice thing about a kit is you can give it to them just as it is, especially at this time of year when we're all so busy. Or if you really wanted to, if they're not particularly crafty, you could make it up, have the fun of making it, and then give it to them as a gift. So you could go either way, right? All right, so what's in here? We have a pretty peacock ink pad. Okay, these are, you know, only little ones, and you can see they just have like a perforation along here. You just, you know, you run your scissors along that and then it will open up. And because it's such a small ink pad, you can either use it. I usually turn my stamps face up and then ink by moving the stamp pad around onto the stamp rather than trying to get the stamp onto the small pad. It's much easier to go the other way. Then we have some stamps. Now, these stamps are all just months of the year from January through to December. That's all the stamps that are in here, but I think they're kind of handy. These are very, very, very useful. You're way over your quarterly quota. Did you buy 19 of something this time for that reason, Leslie, or are we being very restrained this year? You've ordered this for your mum. I know, it's such a great present. So on Friday night, I showed you guys the card keeper kit, and I thought that would make a really nice present. Those are $44. Now these, I think these are also $44 from memory. Let me have a really, really quick look. I'm going to give you the right price. All right. So it's called Perpetual Birthday Kit, or Birthday Calendar Kit. And I'm just putting that in. Here it is. It's actually I got the wrong name. Perpetual Beauty Calendar Kit is what it's called, and it's $44, as I mentioned. Okay, so super, super cute. Really, really great. Yeah, January order is going to be big with all the beautiful new things from the new catalogue, right? I know a lot of us have got that in our minds. Yeah, exactly. The month stamps are really handy. And if you're a scrapbooker, fantastic for scrapbooking. Really, really good for that. All right, so I'm going to open up the shrink wrap with all the little pieces in it shortly, but I thought I'd open this first. Let's just move the kit box away. This is the actual kit, and I'm going to open. The instructions are in here as well. So let me just get this plastic off. And here are the instructions. So the nice thing about the instructions, that what they're doing these days, rather than writing it out in English and then having it translated into French and German and all the other countries that Stampin' Up is in, they instead do like diagrams to tell you how to go about it. So it doesn't need to be translated from one language to another, right? So that's really cool, and it shows you month by month how to do them. Okay, all the pieces for this are in these. And what's really cool about these, how they work, so when you turn to the first page, you can see it's completely blank. Okay, we've just got 1 to 31, so all the days of January. This would be the January one, and maybe we'll do the first month, and let's have a look. And so I'm going to open the shrink wrap pack, which has got all the pieces in it, and let's just have a look and see how it works. I think this would be a nice class to run. I don't know. If anyone's in the local area and is interested in doing this as a class, let me know, because I think it'd be a good one. All right, so it comes with a block. All right, so these blocks are a little bit different. The blocks that are in the kits are like a thinner block than the ones that we, the normal blocks that we sell in the catalogue. These are thinner because they need to fit in the kit, but it's still great to have a block in a kit, right? And then there's just a piece of reinforcement cardboard. These are, I thought these were gold, but they're not. They're copper, like a copper kind of piece, and they're stickers. These are stickers, so you can, peel these out. And yep, they're sticky. All right, so those will be going onto each page. Then we have some white and some different colored labels, also stickers, and these get stamped on with our months. For example, they go onto here and they'll be added to our pages. Then we have some other leaves. These are all stickers, so these are really easy to make up. Perpetual Beauty calendar, that's exactly right. Yes, it is the Perpetual Beauty calendar. And in fact, what I'll do, give me 1 second, 164975 is the number in case anyone's interested. 164975. I'm going to type it into the comments. And it's Perpetual Beauty calendar kit, I believe. Let me just, yeah, calendar kit. And it's $44. Okay, that's Australian. If you're in a different market, it'll be a different price where you are. So, calendar. And it's $44 Australian. Okay, I'm just popping that in the comments so everyone can see it. It's less bulky, exactly, because you're using stickers. If you didn't want to, like if you wanted to have them on dimensionals, you can do that trick that I've showed you before, that you know, take the stickers off, run your embossing buddy over the back of the stickers to take the stick off, and then use dimensionals. You could do that, but that's going to take you extra time. And I don't think most people are going to be wanting to do that, but I'm suggesting it just in case anyone wants to. All right, so how this works is, so for this very first one, you can see we've got this circle here. It's on the left-hand side. You can see it. And then we have January, and then they've actually put the green sticker behind the January. So they've got two stickers. So we're going to grab our first sticker. So let's do this. So these are a lot of fun. I mean, I just find this kind of thing really quite rewarding, I guess you would say. Now, I'm not using the block that's in the kit. I'm just going to use my regular block, but you can use the block that's in the kit if you want to. And I'm also not going to use my Pretty Peacock Stampin' Spot. I'm just going to use my Pretty Peacock ink. So, you know, there's no point in opening it if I've already got one open. All right, so I'm actually going to stamp this. I'm not even going to take the sticker off yet, but I'm actually going to stamp it straight onto this piece like this, and then I can remove it. Okay, so that's ready to go. The piece that's going to go behind it is green. It's like a light green, like this one here. In fact, that's exactly the one it is. And then we can see the other things they've suggested. So if you don't want to follow what it says here, you don't have to, okay? But it even shows you the order. This one, then this one, then this one, okay, to go on here. And then July is going to be the same basically as January. And then February and August are similar, and so on, okay? So it's showing you how they've done it, but you can deviate from this if you wish. Hey, Trish, nice to have you with us. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Oh, that's a great idea, Michelle. Oh, it's no trouble. I mean, I love showing kits because I think they're a lot of fun. So I'm going to do this in the order that it has them here. And it's actually showing this big open one, which is one of these. So I'm going to take this off, and I'm just peeling it off that backing piece. And I'm looking, if you want to do it like this one and you want it to be exactly the same, then you can just follow how it has it on the instructions. But if you want to deviate, that's completely fine. All right, so then the next one they showed was this one here. So let's grab one of those, and they put that one right about there. And let's pop that down there. And then they've got the other one, which is this like little Pretty Peacock spray of this one here. I find it easier actually if you grab the stalk first. That's actually a little bit easier. Right, so then that one's going to go over this way like so. You can see how easy this is to do. It looks really good straight away, doesn't it? And then we've got January that we've already stamped. And we've got this light green one. This is if you're following it exactly, all right? But if you don't want to follow it exactly, you don't have to. All right, so I'm going to have this going here. And my suggestion is that you kind of line it up with the lines that are down here for the actual calendar. In fact, I've made mine a little bit crooked. Let me pull that over and move it ever so slightly. It's better. And then the January is going to be on top of that. All right. So then we've done January. How easy was that? All right. So then you do all 12 months of the year. And this also, this is kind of copying what's going on the front. It shows them actually on top of each other on the front. It's really pretty. And it's heavy duty. Like that's a heavy board. So this has got like a little hanging thing to put it up on the wall. But the idea of this is that you would go through and you would write down anyone's birthdays on each day of the month. And this is useful every year. Every year you'll know that this person's birthday is on such and such a day of January. Actually, I'm trying to think, do I know who has a January birthday? How thick are the pages? They're thicker than, not as thick as cardstock, but they're thicker than printer paper, like paper in your printer. They're slightly thicker than that, I would say. They're not particularly thick, but the front piece here is like heavy board. So, but they don't need to be very heavy because, you know, you're just going to turn them over, and the next one is February, and you can see it shows you, if you want to copy, how the February one looks, and it's actually got the, you know, step by step how to go about it. You know, you use your ink pad to actually put on the block and then stamp on the little sticker sheet and so on. All right, so very, very easy to do. You can see it's so simple. So someone who is new to stamping would love this, but so would someone who, you know, just wants a fun project to work on while they're away on holidays and they don't want to have to take all their stuff. They just take the kit box and they've got everything they need. So your eldest daughter's is the 7th of January. Okay, so then we would write Miss Griffith's birthday here on the 7th. Okay, we come down here and we would write her name, and we would know that every year her birthday is on that day. And that's why it's the perpetual calendar, because it doesn't matter what year you look, this is still going to be valid year after year after year. It is a great kit. It's a lot of fun. So did I look at everything that's in here? I think I did. So we took a sticker off not every sheet, because we've still got some more that we haven't touched yet, but we took one from here, and one from here. Okay, and we also took one off here, one off there, and so it looks like I've done it right because we've got all of our different pieces. I just need to clean my stamp. So I wanted to show that to you tonight because it's new out and it's be a great gift, right? The other thing that's new out, and I haven't got it yet, it should be in my order that's arriving tomorrow, is a cute little set called Cherry Blossom Treat Boxes. And I'm actually going to be using those for some Christmas gifts that I'm giving out to some friends. So those are coming, and I will show those to you next weekend. Super, super cute. Oh, Don's is on the 30th of January. There you go. Yeah, it's really good. I'm very happy with this kit. I think it's going to be a great little kit for lots of people, and perfect timing for Christmas because it's a good gift. So there we go. What do you think? Do we like it? It's simple. So for people who maybe, oh, I'm just looking here. What is that? Oh, it's just showing you the artwork for the stamps. I mean, it's pretty simple. We've got it in English, French, and German. So a lot of them are the same. Like September is the same in German and in English, but a little bit different in French. We just change around the B and the E and the R at the end. That's the only difference, because they've got, it looks fancier. Don't you think it looks fancy with RE instead of ER? You know, that looks really cool. I like that. And this is Avril. Reminds me of Avril Lavigne. So I guess her name is April. So there we go. So anyway, that's a fun thing that we have right now that has just come out. And I hope that you guys, yours is the 31st of January, Janine. Wow, there you go. Marilyn has, her brother has a birthday on the 8th. Lots of January birthdays. Yeah, look, I think, don't forget, if you're ordering tomorrow or Tuesday or Wednesday, you do get free shipping on every order over 65. So what happens is when you don't need a special code or anything, it'll happen automatically as soon as your order hits the $65 mark. So you put in the items, and you'll notice if you just had this on your order, you'd still have the postage. But as soon as you hit 65, all of a sudden it's free postage. The postage disappears, and I love it when that happens, right? So let's move that out of the way. And I'm just going to pop that away. It's a thin, because of the calendar, it's only a thin little kit. Can you see how little it is? So it's a nice thin little one. Whereas the one I showed you on Friday was a great big fat kit because it's got that beautiful box in it. So so there we go. Sister's birthday's the 14th, Nairi. Yeah, I think it's going to be a really popular kit. And the other one with the cherry blossoms, really excited to get that. I was hoping to show that to you tonight too, but it hasn't come yet. So that'll be next time. That'll be next time. So tonight I thought I'd do something. I think, well, first of all, everyone should know by now that our last chance list is out. Some items have already sold out, but not everything. And there's certainly still loads on there. Okay, so I will tell you what has discontinued. Let me just quickly have a little look and see if I can get that report to show. Give me a moment. All right, so basically they've changed the way that they do last chance products. So things now, both the online exclusives, they just used to stay in the online store until they ran out of stock, and once they were gone, they were gone. But we wouldn't know when they were going. And we wouldn't know for sure that they'd gone unless we went looking for something and discovered that it wasn't in the store anymore, which wasn't a great system, really. So now what's happened is they have a last chance list, so we know what's going, okay? And then when it's discontinued, it appears on the discontinued list. And what that means is it's completely sold out and you can't get it anymore, okay? So that we do already have items on the discontinued list. I'm just going to do the latest list because it changes up every day as that list updates. So, okay. So on that list right now, we have the Garden Meadow stamp set. I think everyone knows the one I mean. I just looked at that earlier tonight and realized that it was gone. No, don't even know where I put it. But anyway, the Garden Meadow set's gone. The Rhino Ready stamp set has gone. The Best Label Punch has gone. The Masterfully Made and Zoo Crew Designer Series papers, those have both gone, and Ink Botanicals Designer Series paper. The Sentimental Rose card kit is no longer available. Stampin' Up markers in the in colours that have just finished. So these were in the clearance rack. So there is no clearance rack anymore because this last chance products list has replaced that. Okay, so you can see what's being sold off and also what's discounted. Okay, so basically it's the same kind of system, but it's now called the last chance list. The decorative trees dies have gone. You can't get those anymore. And that's about it. There is some 1.5-inch album posts that were close to my heart products. Those have gone, but I think most people are probably wondering at the moment what's gone. That's all that's gone, you guys. And what that means is that there's still loads of stuff in the last chance specials and some really, really great bargains up to 60% off. So definitely go and check those out. All right, they're so good. And if you're wondering where to go to check them out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up on the screen my blog address, because if you go there, you'll see there's a shop now button. So it's lhiggins.blogspot.com. If you hit the shop now button, then when you do that, it will take you to the online store, and you immediately can see there's a whole section under specials for last chance products, and you can see all those specials. And if you want to, you can sort them or filter them by discount, by color, by price. There's a whole bunch of different ways that you can drill down and get better information if you want to. So it's actually really user friendly. Okay, that's probably enough of that stuff right now, don't you think? I'll take that off the screen and go back to comments. You were trying to squish the bug on your screen and realized it was on my mat. Oh, yeah, it's probably an ant. I'm still I told everybody on Friday night that I having a bit of trouble with ants at the moment. So I've noticed there's not as many today. So that's good news. But I think the warmer weather really brings them out. The other thing that we have, and we've had it for a while, is we have this time of year, every year we have a bunch of native bees that turn up on our porch, and they kind of live on the porch for a few weeks, and then they go somewhere. I don't know where they go. They disappear again. So, oh, that's a good idea, Susan. What, you mean cardstock? That's okay. I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. I've done that before too. All right, so tonight I thought I'd pick an online exclusive product that we haven't played with a lot lately, and it's been a while, and these are the Frosted Forest dies. There is also a Frosted Forest stamp set, and there's also Frosted Forest masks. But what I was having a look at this week, I realized that I haven't played with this little die, and I really like it. And I was thinking, it's like this Christmas wintry kind of, I guess you would just call it a wintry kind of a scene with some little trees, and this could be, could be snow or something. And so I cut one out before we started just to cut down the amount of time, and this is how it turns out. Okay, so I have literally cut across a piece. Let me show you. I cut across a piece of white cardstock. Okay, and I was thinking that would look rather nice. And then we've ended up with this shape. All right, so that is this little die. And you know what I realized? The reason I wanted to use it was because I've realized that I've used all the other dies in this set, but I've never, there's an ant. Let me get it. Go away. But I've never used this die. And I realized that I haven't. I've used the trees and the other bits and pieces, but I've never used this die. And I thought, well, that's a bit of a shame because it's really pretty. So I'm going to have a little bit of fun. I thought I would use, this is the largest square from the Stylish Shapes dies. Okay. And I'm going to be putting this on top of here like this. So I might even move that up a tiny bit so you can see the perforation at the bottom, because that's really nice, isn't it? I don't know. Or I could just move it down. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. But what I thought I would do. Oh, somebody's found a birthday twin. Nari's husband's birthday and Roz's. Also, no. So it's somebody's birthday and somebody's birthday is the same. Sorry, I can't. My brain doesn't have the power for that tonight. I'm going to actually use a blending brush on here. And we're going to add some colour. And I'm deciding what colour. I don't know whether to go Balmy Blue or Pool Party. You guys know I love Pool Party. But maybe I'll go Balmy Blue tonight just for something different, because I tend to go Pool Party all the time. So I've got myself a blending brush, and I'm going to add some ink kind of in here. I'm starting very, very softly, and I'm going to add some colour to this. And I'm going to work my way up. Because what we want is to have some colour coming out from behind the white trees. I'm deciding whether this is enough or whether I want to have more colour. There's a little bit of a smudge there, but that won't matter because it's going to be behind the trees. So that's how that would look. That's quite pretty, isn't it? What do you think? Do we like that? I just think this is such a pretty die. And I've never, like I said, I've never used it. All right, so I might go a tiny bit higher, but not too much. All right, that's looking good. And I'm going to have it so it goes across like this. So I'm actually going to pop some glue behind this. I could use dimensionals, but then these bits would be flapping around and they're way too small for dimensionals. So I'm actually just going to add a little bit of glue going across here, and maybe a little bit on the stem, sorry, not the stem, the trunk of the tree, just to hold it in place. Only a tiny bit though, not very much. All right. And let's get that and pop it. And I'm going to push these down because I've got that little bit of glue behind them, and hold it down with my hand to make contact for a second. The set that I'm using, Heather, is this one. This is called Frosted Forest, and here is the matching stamp set. It's called Frosted Forest. But I'm using the dies, and this die here is from that set, this one right here. And I just realized when I was looking through my dies earlier tonight that I've never used that die, and I thought, well, that's silly. I need to use it. All right, so that's really pretty. Let's turn this over and cut off the sticky outy bit. I think that's the official term. Don't you think so? And I'm going to cut this off as well. I'm going to make it so it's all contained inside this square. Okay, I'm rather liking that. Don't trim off any of the trees. I already did, Marilyn. Too late. Sorry. It wasn't very much anyway. It was only a tiny, tiny bit here at the top. All right, but the rest of them I'm going to leave off as it is. I just wanted it to be contained inside that. Now I'm going to have all of this on a white card base. So this is basic white thick, half a sheet of A4 or letter or whatever it is you're using, and then fold it in half again to make the card base. And then I get to decide, what do I want to have behind here? Now, this could be a super simple little card. Okay, we do not have to have a lot going on here. I could put a little strip of something across here. In fact, I was going to add some DSP behind here, but I don't know that. Now I'm looking at this and thinking, I don't think I want to. I think maybe cardstock and retired DSP. Yes, that makes a lot of sense. As yes, you're providing it, so you don't want to be spending a fortune on what you're providing, right? So, all right. So I'm liking how this is looking, but then I've got to make a decision about whether I want to keep it very, if I don't add a lot of contrast color, like for example, I could do a black matte behind this and that would look very dramatic and very, very nice. However, it wouldn't be like at the moment, it's sort of a nice, peaceful, calm little card, right? It is a stylish square, Sheila. And like I said on the other night, every time I use the stylish shapes, I think of you. So I'm thinking if I just keep it, if I want it to be a really calm little card and don't want to have a lot going on here, then I should probably keep the colors really, really calm as well. Okay, so we've got some choices. The other thing is, the other night I used this and I might use it again. I'm thinking maybe adding some silver in here would be nice. We've got this beautiful ribbon, which is one of my absolute favorite things. So I'm just going to tie a quick little bow with this. This is the white sheer ribbon with the silver edges. It's actually called, is it white sheer ribbon? It's just called, sheer ribbon. It's really nice. And it's in our annual catalogue, but I use it quite a bit, especially at Christmas time, because I like all the silver and the sparkliness of it. All right. All right. I'm liking how that's looking. Now, we do have in our Reindeer Fun stamp set, we've got these great little stars. I absolutely love these, and I'm deciding, do I want them? Maybe I just want a little group of stars right there in the corner. And I think I'll do those in the Balmy Blue as well. So let me grab just a small block and my Balmy Blue ink pad again. Emboss the card. I could emboss the card. Yep, that would look nice. I know. I love white on white too. It's a real thing for me. I love it. All right, so we've got our Balmy Blue here, and I'm just going to add a bit more. So just over in that corner there, that looks rather nice, doesn't it? Maybe a white emboss piece under it. Yes, I could maybe do that. I just feel like I want to keep this card fairly simple. You know what I mean? Like I think it's, but you know, I even thought about, you'll probably think this is funny. I even thought about putting a window sheet under here as a matte, because we just have like a shiny clear matte, which would look quite striking, I think. Or a little border of silver. Yep, that would be nice as well. Maybe we go with the silver, seeing as we've got the silver in the ribbon. Let me cut this off. We've got the old ribbon scissors out, and we can always cut our ribbon tails shorter later if we want to. But I'm going to grab my silver. So this is just some of our silver. It's got a little bit of it's shiny, but it's got a bit of matte to it. And I think that might be rather nice with this. So let me grab my trimmer. I do like the idea of an embossed piece underneath, but I'm just thinking about maybe doing, so this piece here is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. It's a square, or 7 centimeters by 7 centimeters. So I'm going to make it, I can always cut it down later if I want to. I'm going to go 7.5 by 7.5. And then we'll see if we need to cut that mat down. Let's see how it looks. Oh no, that's rather good. That's a good size. What do you think? Do we like that? I rather do. I think that's rather nice. And that's like a nice shiny silver edge. So let's put that straight onto, actually before I do that, I notice I just need to trim a tiny, tiny bit closer here. Because that's a little tiny piece sticking out. There we go, that's better. I'm just going to pop that on the silver. Yeah, it is nice, isn't it? All right, so let's go and add that. Now, don't forget too, we can also add some bling to this. This is also going to elevate that card a little bit more as well. There's something about blue and white that's very peaceful in my mind. You know, navy and white is striking, and I like that. But a light blue and white is just really calming. It just makes me happy. I don't even know why, but it just does. Yes, we all love a bargain. Exactly. All right, so I'm going to pop this so it's in the same, so it's in the middle here. Oh, I just realized that that's not on there straight. Let me move it. It's because the foil paper is a little bit slippery. So when you put it on, it's very easy for it to move. Okay, it's better. So I'm trying to center this so I've got the same amount of distance from this side, and roughly the same at the top as well. All right. Looks good. Liking it. I did think of putting a tiny strip across here, but I'm not going to worry about it because, so there's my silver edged ribbon. I think that's rather nice. Let's go ahead and put that on with the glue dot. And then we're going to have a greeting down the bottom. Now, the thing about having a greeting on this card is I can stamp it straight on, or I can put it on a board, a banner that goes across. All right. Either way would look good. The nice thing is if I do put it straight on and I make a mistake, I can stick a banner over the top of that and no one would ever know. I've had to do that many times. All right, that's looking cute. Winker Stella. Oh, yes. I think a Winker Stella on these trees would be nice, don't you? That'd be lovely. Also in the Reindeer Fun set. Now, I need to double check, but is the Reindeer Fun stamp retiring? I have a funny feeling that it might be, but let me double check. I don't want to give you the wrong information. I'm looking at my screen. Yes, the Reindeer Fun stamp set is retiring. So this is available for $35. It's not actually marked down at the moment, but it is retiring. So the Reindeer Fun dies are also retiring, and those are marked down. Okay, they're down to $63. However, when I did the maths on this, the bundle is still cheaper than buying them separately, even though the dies are marked down. The bundle still works out to be cheaper at $94.50. Okay, for both the dies and the stamps. But I love this. I love all the little components in here. I just think it's really lovely. And I love this little star. I've been using the stars probably more than I've used anything else. All right, so let's pull our Winker Stella in and let's color in. I probably should have done this before I actually attached it, but that's okay. If you use a light hand, you can get away with using Wink of Stella even after you've glued it down. So I'm just going to go back and add that colour. Well, it's not colour, it's sparkle. We're adding sparkle, not colour. I don't know if you can see it. It's a bit hard to see in the light. Let me see. Tell me if you can see it. Oh, you can kind of see it. Can you see the bit of sparkle there? It's a bit tricky. Under the camera, it really doesn't show up as well as it does in real life. But I think Wink of Stella actually works best on a darker colour, don't you? I mean, it shows up more on a darker colour. However, it's still quite classy on white. So let me get these all. So how about that? We just use one single die out of the Frosted Forest dies, and it's beautiful. You can see why it's called Frosted Forest, because it really does look like it's frosted, especially with this Wink of Stella on it. Right, there we go. Yeah, I love it on the white too. You can see it. Yay, Maureen. All right, so I'm thinking also in this here, we've got a May Your Days Be Full of Cheer. Christmas is Better Together, and we have a beautiful Merry Christmas. The Merry Christmas is the one I've used the most, and you can tell when you open this up because look at the color of the Merry Christmas one. All the others are still fairly clean, but the Merry Christmas one has been worked to death, that one, but I really do like it. So which stamp do you think I should have? I would look at the Frosted Forest ones, but you know what? The Frosted Forest, even though it has this tree that can be used and this tree that can be used as Christmas trees, it's not actually a Christmas set, which actually is good because it means you can use it all year round. So we've got a thinking of you, we've got a birthday wishes, a thank you, and this one that I don't know how much I would use this one. It says no beauty shines brighter than that of a good heart. Maybe you have the right person to send that to, but that's probably one I would use less. But the other three I would definitely use. There's a nice little birdie as well, and there's a die to cut the birdie out as well. So the Merry Christmas. Okay. All right. So Merry Christmas it is, Leslie. Oh, and Susan said Christmas Better Together because the trees are together. That's a good idea as well. Oh, that's tempting. Christmas is Better Together, though, is possibly not the best shape. If I was going to use that, I'd probably put that over here on the right-hand side because it's not as, whereas I think maybe the Merry Christmas maybe lends itself more because it goes right across. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking in this case, and because Leslie was first, I'm going to go Merry Christmas. But I like your idea too, Susan. So here we go. It's just looking for my block then. All right. So I normally go darker with a sentiment. I normally go darker. And if I was going to go darker, I would probably wouldn't go all the way to Night of Navy. I'd probably go maybe to Misty Moonlight. But because of the peaceful the peaceful feeling, I'm deciding whether I should do Balmy Blue or whether I should emboss it in silver. What do you guys think? Emboss in silver? Oh, Margaret's heading off. Oh, that's okay. Oh, I'm sorry you're tired. You can always watch the replay. Go and have some rest. Sounds like you deserve it. Emboss in silver? Silver, says Jenny, and Janine said the same. So, okay, looks like we're embossing. Okay, let me get my emboss bits and pieces in. So I'll get my little embossy thingy. What do we call this? We call this a tray, I guess. And this is part of the embossing additions kit. And I'm just going to find my silver embossing powder. And I'm going to turn on my lamp because my heat lamp is attached to that particular lamp. And I've got some silver embossing powder here. Now, somebody did ask me the other day if I was using the Wow powders, which are the new powders that we have in our catalogue these days. I don't actually have those yet. I believe they're very good, and I really must get myself some because I've heard lots of good things about them. So if you're buying the sets, we have 2 sets. We have the basics, which is white, clear, and black. The ones I use the most are clear and white. I don't use the black as much. Then you've got the metallic set, which is copper, gold, and silver. Okay, and I use all of those, probably the silver and the copper the most, but I use all of those ones. So, all right, let me grab my Versamark ink, and I'm going to use my embossing buddy before I start because I actually remembered. How proud are you of me? I never remember to use this thing. And I'm going to stamp it in the Versamark, and I'm going to stand up to get this as straight as I possibly can. And I'm going to do this centered. I'm just going to hold it for a few seconds to make sure we get a really good coverage. Don't rock your stamp, especially a long skinny stamp like this. It's actually really easy to overstamp. I don't know if you can see this, but there's a very slight pink tinge to that because obviously there's a tiny bit of pink or red ink on the stamp from previous, but that's okay. I'm not worried about that because we're covering it with silver. All right. I probably should have waited till the end to put my ribbon on because I don't want to burn my ribbon, but anyway, I'll be careful. Shake off any excess. Use a brush if there is any little bits of stray powder around. There's probably not going to be many because we've remembered to use our embossing powder. So, all right, that's looking good. And then before I accidentally blow that powder away, I'm going to take the plug off the end here and I'm going to tap the excess powder back into the tub, along with a dimensional backing because that's what they do. Let me get that out. I find those things everywhere. Goodness me. I know, I remembered, right? Oh, you think the Wow embossing powders are well worth it, Donna? That's really good to know. Yeah, thank you for the reminder, Katrina. I remembered today. Yes, I have found my embossing buddy. Goodness me. All right, so I've got this ready to go. You can use your mat. Your glass mat, because this is heat resistant, or you can use your tray, okay, to actually do your embossing on. And I'm going to get my heat tool ready. However, I am going to hold my ribbon. Oh, I just put my finger in the powder. Well, that was very, very clever. I did mess it up a little bit. Well, you know what you do if you mess it up and you're still at this stage, you can redo it. It's a pain in the bottom because, you know, who wants to redo these things? But I'm going to do it because I've actually managed to take some powder with my fingers off the top of the C and the H, and I don't want that to happen. So not quite happy with that either. And I'm just going to tap it down with my finger and make sure I've made good contact. I don't know if you can see this, but I've kind of messed it up a bit. I'm tapping it, hoping it's going to stick. That is better. And then I'm going to very lightly get rid of any excess. Well, that was silly. I think it's going to be okay. Right, I'm going to move that right out of the way, and I'm going to actually take this off because I don't want to burn my ribbon. Just very carefully. I can always put it back down. You can see the mark where it is, where it's meant to go. And I'm going to cook this now. Ideally, you probably should hold your paper with a pair of tweezers just so that you don't burn your fingers. But I'm going to do this, and you'll see it change because the silver, the metallics are very easy to see when they change. See how nice that's looking already? We've already got our silver appearing quite nicely on that. All right, I messed it up a tiny bit because of when I knocked the powder off earlier. I'm now going to bring this back in and pop this back on here. And we are going to need some bling. All right, can you see it's looking really pretty. Okay, so it's still okay, even though I messed it up a tiny bit. It's still okay. You would take the ribbon off. You mean for good? You wouldn't use the ribbon at all? I kind of like it. I kind of like the ribbon. So the question now, of course, is what bling? I could use pearls. The white iridescent pearls are actually really pretty. Those would be nice. Or other options. Other options. I'm looking in my, we've got some silver, we've got our silver adhesive backed metallic gems. Those are nice. I've also got the clear, let me show you, these ones, the little clear ones. Those are really pretty. But I'm leaning towards something like silver or pearls is where I'm leaning. Oh, and I've also got the juicy dots. Those are big silvery ones, but those are really pretty. What do you guys think? Have you any thoughts on this? Small silver juicy, these. Do you know I don't have any rhinestones at the moment, just plain rhinestones, Katrina? I know that's shocking. I've gotten so excited about all the other different kinds of bling that I've actually run myself out of rhinestones. I need to buy some. So that's on my list of things to get. And you can use the your takey pick tool or the point of a pair of scissors to actually pick these up. So I'm thinking, where do I want to have them? I might have one large one down the bottom here, and then maybe a silver juicy here, a small one, and maybe another one here, and maybe one of the big ones down the bottom. And there we go. I'm going to call that a finished card. What do you think? Very simple. We just sort of took it pretty slowly, but lots of little, like the silver edge behind here, I think looks terrific. The silver edged ribbon looks nice. The juicy dots are great. And that little bit of silver embossing gives it a lift as well. Pearls would have been nice as well. Gosh, everyone's saying pearls now. But I went with the juicy ones because I didn't have rhinestone when Katrina mentioned those. And then Leslie was next with the silver juicy. And Suzanne said juicies as well. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Yes, you could. I could have just taken the ribbon off and done that, but I do like it. And I like the little bit of Winker Stella on those trees. It's a bit hard to see, but it is there. So there we go. I'm going to call that done. So how do we go tonight? I'm a little early tonight. Goodness me. Has anyone got any questions for me or anything they need to know about the sale, or any questions or anything you'd like to ask about things that are coming up? Thank you. I really like it. It's a simple card, but I just really wanted to use that die because I was looking at my dies and going, you know what? I've never used that one. I think that's really pretty, and I think it's time I did use it. So I did. Thank you. I really like it too. I'm very happy with that one. I'm just going to put these back in the Reindeer Fun set. You never use that die either? No, I haven't either. It's kind of in here because like these ones, the trees kind of match. They match each other, you know, and they match the stamps, and then you've got the birds that match the stamps, and this one's sort of sitting there by itself all alone with nothing that really matches it. And I just looked at it and thought, but it's really nice. I really like that. So that was kind of fun to have a play with that tonight. I've been looking at it for ages and thinking I'd like to use it, so now I have. Do we make matching envelopes? Yes, sometimes we do. Well, how about let's make a matching envelope for this, seeing as I've got that little bit of time. And I have this here, and I'm going to bring in my little, I'm going to stamp some of these little stars on the inside. And also here we've got like little trees. I'm wondering, we could also stamp like a little tree here on the inside, one of these. Or we could have gone with the frosted forest and done a little frosted forest tree. Either way, Be nice. Maybe I'll just do one of these little trees with the Reindeer Fun dies. So this one's never been used, so it'd be nice to use it. So I'm going to pop that on a block. Probably block C would be the ideal size. And I'm going to go again with Balmy Blue. We're sticking with that theme. I'm going to have that on the inside, the little tree. Yep. Oh, you're very welcome to case it. Thanks. Very, very honoured for you to do so. Right, so I'm going to have like a little tree right here, and then maybe another one. And then we're going to have some little gems, little stars around like that. And that'll be on the inside of our card, or it is on the inside of our card. And let's make a matching envelope while we're here. Okay, so I'm going to grab, actually, I just realised all my envelopes I think are out because I've been writing Christmas cards. All the envelopes might not actually be here. But I've got a new pack of envelopes. So let me just open a new pack. The open pack's out in the dining room, but let me open a new pack. So these, if you haven't purchased envelopes from us, they come in a pack of 40. These are the nicest envelopes ever. They are so nice. They're really smooth and soft, and they're like to stamp on. They're super nice. So I'm not even kidding. If you wanted to have a really nice envelope to go with your cards, look into getting some of these. So I'm going to do a little tree right there, and I might do some more little stars around that. Still plenty of room to write on the front. And then on the back here, okay, I'm going to use my blending brush. No, wrong blending brush, this one. So if ever you want to decorate your envelopes, it's pretty easy to do. The founder of the company of Stampin' Up is Shelley Gardner, and one of her very famous sayings is that you should never send a naked envelope. So she's all about decorating the envelopes. So I'm just going to add some color to the flap of my envelope. Looks kind of nice. And you can see when you open it up, it's only there on the back of the flap. But I'm actually also going to do some little trees across. Actually, will I do trees or just stars? Maybe we do both, because I can't help myself, you know. And I'm actually going to have my little tree going off the edge here. And then we'll have some little stars. There we go. It's on the back of our flap. She has a lot of famous sayings, Jenny. You remember her saying that there's a reason for two sides of cardstock? Absolutely. I always say the same thing. Cardstock has two sides. So if you mess up one side, you get a second chance, which is pretty cool, right? Oh, that's okay. We've got this on the back. We have a little guy here on the front. I can write my address, and it matches my little card here. So there we go. So we have ourselves an envelope and a card. So what do you think? Do we like it? I hope you do. This was a bit of fun to make tonight. I had some fun making things with you tonight. So we played with the Balmy Blue and the die from the Frosted Forest dies. And we also have We also had a little play with our Perpetual Birthday calendar, or Perpetual Beauty calendar, I should call it. If you're going looking for it, that's what it's called. And we did the first page, the January page. Super, super nice. I really enjoyed doing these. I think that was a lot of fun. Good therapy for me tonight. I don't know about you guys, but it's good therapy for me. And I always enjoy spending time with all of you. Oh, you guys have a good crafting week. Don't forget, I'll join you again on Tuesday for Technique Tuesday. Let me come back here. So I'll be back again for Technique Tuesday at 2 p.m. Sydney time. So a bit earlier than this time. And then what else have we got this week? Then that's it until Friday night. So just the one video with me this week, which is Technique Tuesday, unless you're in my team. And then I will see you guys tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. All right. I hope you all have a fantastic week ahead. I look forward to seeing you again soon. And good luck with the sale. Enjoy the free shipping. Don't forget. So, thanks, guys. Bye.